Okay, let's talk about cybersecurity. But forget all the complex code and crazy high-tech gadgets for a second. We're going to talk about the most critical, and honestly the most overlooked part of any defense, the human firewall. Because getting this one concept right could be the most important security decision you ever make.
You know, when we hear the term data breach, our minds jump straight to the movies, right? We picture these super sophisticated hackers in dark rooms, furiously typing code, launching these epic Hollywood-style attacks. But the breach that actually happens day to day, it's so much simpler. It usually starts with just one person making one wrong click, one fake email, one stolen password. That's it.
And that gap, that huge gap between what we imagine and what's really happening, is the core of the whole problem. We've all been sort of trained by movies and TV to look for the wrong kind of threat. I call it the Hollywood hacking myth.
And this is what most companies believe, right? They pour millions of dollars into technology to build these digital fortresses, all to defend against some shadowy outside attacker, preparing for a fight that looks like it's straight out of a blockbuster movie.
But what's really going on? Where is the threat actually coming from? Well, this brings us to the actual #1 source of vulnerability, us, the human factor. This is where the real, everyday risk is hiding in plain sight.
Look, the hard truth is that so many of the most damaging cyber incidents don't start with a genius hacker breaking down the door. They start from the inside, with an unintentional, honest mistake. They start with us, with employees.
Now, I want to be really clear about this. This isn't about blaming people or saying employees are trying to cause harm. Not at all. It's because we're human. We're busy, we're distracted by a million notifications, we get stressed out. I've seen it happen so many times. A good employee sends a super sensitive file to the wrong person just because they were in a rush. And the attackers, they know this. They're counting on it.
So, how do these attackers actually take advantage of our basic human nature? Well, they don't leave it to chance. They have a well-defined strategy for it, and it's called the social engineering playbook. At its core, you got to understand that social engineering isn't a tech hack. It's a people hack. It's pure psychology. The criminals know that it's way, way easier to trick a person into opening the door for them than it is to try and break that door down themselves. And the way they do it is by pushing our emotional buttons. They create this intense sense of urgency, making us feel like we have to act right now. They use fear, with threats like, your account will be suspended. They play on our curiosity. Or they'll apply pressure by pretending to be the CEO who needs a wire transfer, immediately. It's all designed to get us to react without thinking. I mean, just think about how this plays out in the real world. How many of us have gotten an email that looks almost exactly like this? It seems legit, you're in the middle of a crazy workday, you've got 100 things on your to-do list, so you click, and bam! That one little click can be all an attacker needs to get in. And the fallout from that one click? Oh, it goes way beyond just a simple security problem. This is where it gets personal. It has a direct and really powerful connection to privacy. Seriously, think about it. Every single day, people at work are handling an incredible amount of sensitive information. We're talking customer records, employee files, financial data, contracts, you name it. When an employee makes one little mistake, it's not just the company's data that's at risk. It's the private, personal information of real people. The stakes here are incredibly high.
So, if technology alone can't fix this, what can? What's the answer? The only real, lasting defense is to move beyond just buying more tools and start building a genuine security culture. And by awareness, I don't mean that boring, check-the-box training video you're forced to watch once a year. Real awareness is practical. It means people actually get how phishing works. They can spot the psychological tricks attackers are using. They know how to handle sensitive information properly. And maybe most importantly, they know exactly what to do the second something feels even a little bit off.
This is why we have to make a huge shift in our thinking. Cybersecurity today isn't just about firewalls and antivirus software anymore. It's about creating a culture where people feel a shared sense of responsibility, where asking a question is a good thing, and where reporting something suspicious is just a normal, helpful part of the job.
At the end of the day, it really just boils down to this. You can have the most advanced, most expensive technology in the world, but it means almost nothing if your people, your human firewall, are unprepared for what's coming at them. Which leads me to the one final question I want to leave you with. Take a second and think about your own organization, your own team. Where is your biggest risk, really? Is it that sophisticated Hollywood-style hacker? Or is it something much, much closer to home?